Hey guys, welcome to another reading. My name is Johanna. For those of you who have not been here, we're going to take a look. I wanted to do a kind of more general collective reading, see what needs to come out. I know I've been a little quiet on here lately, but I've been quite busy and just needed some time, some space to kind of rest and recharge and do all that good stuff. I have been posting still in my Soulful Circle membership, so if you would like exclusive readings throughout the week, then you guys can join us in there. The link for that's down below. But we're going to get a message and see what needs to come up here. See what is happening. I kind of almost feel actually like I want to use this deck first. I did also change the position of my desk, so you'll notice there's shadow and that sort of thing just with the way the lights in the room fall, so hopefully you should still be able to see the cards, so it's not a big deal that way. All right, let's see. What does the collective need to know? What do we need to know right now? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Let's see. We have Covenant with Sacred Contract. We have Straddling Worlds with Wandering Between Realms. We also have Whale Song with Resonating. We have Sky Dancers with Surrender. And we have Grace and Generosity with Benefactor here. Okay, so let's see what this is saying here. So I feel as though there's kind of this need to allow things to play out here. I feel like the biggest focus with where you're at right now is to really see what's resonating with you, like on a vibrational, energetic, like that's a yes for me, that's a no for me type of thing. Especially when it comes to like signing any sort of contracts, or even, it's interesting, we actually have a lot of 7 energy, because we have 7 here with the Sacred Contract. We have 5 and 2, which makes a 7, and then we have 6 and 1, which makes a 7. So interesting. And then we have 2 3s, because this would be 4 and 8 would be a 12, which then further breaks down to a 3, and then we have 3 here. So 7 and 3 are very prominent. Just kind of interesting energy there. But I feel as though there is, like, if you're kind of like hemming and hawing, I'm getting with this wandering between realms, like you're kind of like back and forth a little bit between, committing to something. I'm getting with that Sacred Contract. It's like making sure that it's really resonating with you, making sure that it can give you what it is that you need, and the things that you need to like support yourself and be and feel like there's a benefit to you, being there, if it's a job or even relationship wise, like you're getting something out of it, as well as you're also putting something into it, if that makes sense. Some of you, I'm getting like not needing to rush the process when it comes to starting anything, or we are technically in a Mercury retrograde still as I'm recording this, so we'll be coming out of it soon, but I just feel like there's not a need to rush things, because when we rush things and we just think that we're trying to solve a problem, but we're kind of like doing it maybe out of fear or doing it out of a place of like pressure, it's not always necessarily the right choice, because that's where we can start to go against our natural thoughts, or go against just like what we're here to do and what we're meant to be a part of. So I'm getting kind of this energy of, yeah, just kind of like being in this limbo space. Not that you don't have anywhere to go, it's just more of like needing to kind of almost like wait to see how things play out, if that makes sense. Because I feel like it's all about what this resonating card always makes me think of, like vibration, right? So like when whales make sounds, obviously it vibrates and sends out a resonance in the water, right? And then other animals, other whales, right, can pick that up. So I feel like there's something about like, is this in alignment with you? Others of you, I'm getting, if that's not resonating for you, it's more of what energy are you in? If you're trying to move into something, move into a certain space here, move into some aspect of your life, or bring in a manifestation, that sort of thing, I feel like this is asking you, where are you maybe needing to work on your vibration, or just kind of like, it's like you could be kind of be going back and forth between the past and the future, right? And so needing to kind of keep yourself in the future vibration. That's when I think you're going to be able to bring more things in. Not that you're not maybe bringing things in now. I think it's just more of like, if you're struggling to kind of get something off the ground or fully bring in a manifestation, it's like you have to wholeheartedly believe in that, right? And you have to wholeheartedly like hold that energy and that frequency to bring that in. So some of you doing more things that help you hold that frequency, whether it's meditation or just visualizing the thing that you want, and you know, keep doing that until you wholeheartedly like believe in it. Again, there is this aspect of surrender, so not needing to force or push anything, but there is like, I feel like there's this need to just be in the energy, the frequency, the vibration of it. And that's when things are going to start to shift into this direction you want things to move into. We have the Seven of Wands. What else do we need to know? It's the message here. Seven of Wands, we have the Chariot, we also have the Page of Wands, and we have the High Priestess here. I feel there's almost kind of this energy with the Seven of Wands of like not giving up, keep moving and pushing forward in a way. There's especially if you've already kind of like, again, if you're straddling worlds, it's like you're needing to kind of like hold your ground here. There's, and again, even kind of this energy of like making sure that, again, going back to like the first storyline, is like if you're wanting to move into anything, making sure that this like, you hold your boundaries and you don't just like settle for less, or you don't just settle for something because you're like, oh, this is like, seems like it's the only thing it's going to happen kind of thing. I feel like you're going to be able to move forward. There's definitely this movement energy with the Chariot, for sure. Obviously being a major arcana as well. There's like this major movement forward, this like ability to kind of like take the reins, and you're kind of being able to like, I think you're going to start to like get out of this like feeling like you're kind of in between. You're going to feel like you're finally starting to make progress. And for some of you, this is going to be definitely like once the retrograde's done, things are going to start to kind of like lighten up here. I'm pretty sure it happens like any day now, the retrograde being up. Because it went retrograde like the 4th or 5th, I think. And so what we're coming into like Yeah, it should be any day now, if not already. But we're just shifting out of it. So there's still a little bit of that shadow period. There are other planets retrograde as well, so that could be influencing things, but it's like getting your mojo back, getting your energy back, taking action and like really starting to initiate yourself, but it's making sure that you're not settling and making sure that it feels right when you take action, and making sure that it feels right for you of like what you're moving forward towards, right? If you're manifesting things, this is like taking action in an aligned way that is taking action in a way that allows you to like pursue your goal, but also have this passive energy with the High Priestess, where like allowing things to play out, trusting your intuition that like, okay, I'm on the path, and as long as I'm taking action in an aligned way and in a proper way of like what is going to help me meet my goals, that I don't have to worry, right? I feel like you're really excited. Again, there's kind of this zest with this Page of Wands, this like zest that kind of comes back, this excitement, this like energetic type of energy where you start to feel really good about things. And I think as well, if you're manifesting, this is like that resonance of where you based on your energy, you can feel like this feels good to me. Where I'm taking action, where I'm moving forward, the things that I want in my life, the vision that I have for my life, the place where I feel like I'm being called towards it feels good, right? And so that's how you're going to know. That's how you're going to know that you're on the right track here. The High Priestess, again, I just feel like this is like trusting a little bit of the unknown, of like maybe not having all the answers in the sense of like physical in your face type of energy, but you're trusting this inner knowing that, you know, the path, again, that you're feeling called to move towards, or the things that you're wanting, or again, going based off of how things feel for you, you're trusting those instincts. You're trusting your inner voice, your inner guidance here. And you're allowing with the High Priestess, allowing or even needing to allow, right? If this is maybe not the energy you're in yet, it's needing to embrace this, right? To allow that surrendering and allow this to kind of guide you. Because when we're forcing and we're pushing, it's not always the best energy, right? It's not always coming from like the best space when it comes to, just like the energy that it's coming from. Because again, it comes into that place of pressure, or it comes into that place of fear, or doing things because we feel like we have to, rather than like what we want to do. So making sure that your actions are aligned, things feel good for you. Just like not trying to force change, but still taking action in an aligned way that creates change, if that makes sense. And there's definitely a difference, because I know in my life, there's times where I feel very creatively inspired to do things. And then there's other times where I feel like a pressure to do it, because I'm like, oh, if I don't do this, I'm not going to move forward. And there's all these like kind of fear-based thinking and thoughts. So let's get some more oracles here. So the first one that came out, we have renewal. Okay, so the first one that came out was renewal. Then we have uncertainty, we have miracles, and we have leadership. So yeah, some of you I feel like are being asked to step up and to be the leader of like your own life. We also have purification here, which just reminds me kind of this renewal energy. I feel like, again, there's kind of this refreshed type of energy where, again, this like retrograde type of like, maybe if you've been feeling a little bit, again, straddling worlds in between, and just like things haven't been necessarily moving, but also not really moving backwards. I feel like you're getting a refresh of your energy. Some of you as well, if there's like things that you're working towards, you're going to get this like feeling of reinvigoration of like your energy and your excitement towards the things that maybe have been feeling kind of like blah about. Again, I do feel like things are kind of uncertain. So there is this need for you to kind of like trust the path, trust where things are moving, and trust that good things can happen with the miracles energy here. Trust that things can start to shift. There might be some challenges, you know, you might be maybe even a sense of doubt or uncertainty around the path, right? But still just taking action, still moving, because you don't really, this path could lead to this miracle, right? This path could lead to this open area where there's this water, this beautiful rainbow, right? Like you never know where things are going to go. And I think sometimes that's the beauty of life, is that we don't control everything and we can't control everything. And so it's like sometimes when if we were able to control all these things, we wouldn't actually be able to get to the beauty of what really truly does unfold for us, right? Sometimes we don't know best. So it's allowing that excitement and the even like that Page of Wands energy, right? Like allowing that the vibration, the good vibration, the energy you want to feel, the things that you are feeling to guide you, to move you forward. And don't be surprised about the good things that start to fall into place here. And again, I just feel like you're being called to step up into leadership, maybe even leadership positions in your life. But for some of you, this is also just like stepping up and being the leader of your own life and not being afraid to see where things take you. We're going to get messages from this final deck. It's called the Wild Offering Oracle. Okay, so we have challenges. So it says, unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms. If you are open, please take over divine and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. So yeah, again, if you've been experiencing challenges, I do see you starting to move forward. But again, you're having to listen for the cues, right, in your body, you know, in your thoughts, the things that kind of are guiding you forward. The insight, right? The wisdom, the intuitive hits that are, you know, showing you the right actions to take. And then again, not taking actions from a place of fear or worry or, you know, feeling stuck or rigid and that sort of thing. So I see you working through the Chariot literally talks about like overcoming obstacles, overcoming challenges. And so you're going to find the right actions to take. You just might have to give it a bit of time or allow yourself time to surrender, settle, you know, bring yourself into like breath work or meditation or like going for walks, being out in nature, things that kind of slow you down and not get so caught up in, you know, our everyday world, so that you can hear these insights, you can hear these messages that are trying to come through for you. We also have being enough. The innermost heart says you are enough, nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow, more deserving. You, yes, you are love. So believing that you're enough, I feel like this has to deal with like the surrender aspect of like, it's hard to trust. This is something I've obviously dealt with. I think most of us have dealt with in our lives, where it's like the trust piece when it comes to like, just like, okay, if I take action, this will start to come together. I just have to trust that it'll start to come together, right? But it's also comes down to like believing that you're enough, believing that you're worthy, and believing that you're capable of, again, these miracles, these good things coming in for you based on the actions that you're taking, and surrendering just to that where you are is good enough right now. It's not that you don't want change. It's not that you don't want things, but you can also believe you're worthy and believe that you're good enough as you are. These things that you want, these manifestations, the things that you're aspiring for, the things that you're striving for in your life don't determine your worth. And it's important to remember that, because then we don't have this attachment to the outcome as much, right? And we don't feel bad about ourselves just because maybe things aren't working as fast as we want or in the way that we want, right? Not getting so caught up and attached to things. And we also have travel. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. So again, I feel like this is like having to do with the action that you're taking. Some of you could literally be traveling or wanting to move or again, wanting to like, again, sign a new contract, where it's like move to a new job, or like, I don't know if the travel's not really coming through as like a literal travel. But again, it's like looking for the guidance, right? And that guidance is within you. And so obviously, as I'm doing this as a collective reading, so all that insight, the guidance is going to be subjective and be specific to you as the individual, right? So having to really tap into yourself and access that inner wisdom, that inner guidance. Some of you, I'm getting with this travel energy, you could benefit maybe from like a guided meditation or a guided, type of experience that way that helps you kind of get into finding what those messages are. That's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but that just kind of came into me. I just feel like this is you getting insight of how to take action, but having to maybe slow down and believe in the messages you're getting, believe also too that the actions you take are going to work in your favor, but also feeling refreshed in your energy levels and your excitement and your passion towards the things that you want in your life. And if you're questioning anything, go back to how does it make you feel in your body? What's your reaction to the situation? Do you feel the pressure? Do you not feel pressure? Do you feel like it's coming from a good space, that you feel excited about this, right? Like, you should be able to benefit from this. You should be able to bring in good vibes and be able to give out good vibes based on the situation that's presenting itself. So how does it feel for you? At the bottom of this deck, we have solitude. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing things. So again, just going into that quiet space, or going into that space where you can receive those intuitive hits will be, I think, important for you here, to just help gain the insight and like ask for the guidance, ask for the, what's the right action, what's the right path, what do I do next type of thing. But again, a lot of that comes from within, and our connection to ourselves, but also our connection to this higher power. But we have to help ourselves get into that state so that we can, access that information, that intuitive energy. So hopefully that resonates for you guys. Let me know down below, obviously, if this resonated for you. Again, my Soulful Circle membership is available. It's $11 a month, and it's got exclusive readings. Usually there's about 2 or 3 a week, 3 or 4, sometimes depending. Usually around 3. 3 is kind of like the standard, but if that's interesting for you, or if something that you're interested in, the link for that's down below. We'll be doing the September reading energy coming up soon for that group. If you like these types of readings, this is kind of what they, for the most part, look like. We do different topics and also kind of just the energy that's coming up. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for still watching, because I know my channel's really slowed down just in the amount of me posting. So I'm really grateful for all of you who are still sticking around and who are also still seeing me, because I know the algorithm and that aspect has also changed, just being, again, that I'm not posting as often. So, thank you all again for being here. I greatly appreciate your support. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want more of these messages. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye.